Hello everyone, welcome to this algebra video. Today we're going to talk about going from algebraic expressions. Algebraic expressions are numbers and variables. And we're going to be going back and forth between numbers and variables and normal sentences. Verbal is the normal sentence part. Algebraic are the number and variables. So in this first part, number 1 through 8, it's all algebra. Those are the numbers and letters that are variables. And in the bottom part, it is the sentences, and we're going to turn those into the numbers and letters. I made a little copy down here so that way I could have lined paper because I expect you to complete your work on lined paper. For number 1, it has 9a squared. So that would mean that we have 9 times a squared. Two. That just says 5 squared. We're going to turn 5 squared into the words. So that'd be 5 squared. 3. C plus 2D. Whenever you say the number and the letter, that means that those two are multiplying. So we have C plus 2 times D. The other option you could have for this is C more than twice D. There's more than one way that you can write these verbal expressions, and the words that you should use, you can get hints for those words by looking at the other part of the worksheet. So if you look at the bottom part of the worksheet, it never says plus. It says sum, it says more than. This is going to mean plus, and this is going to mean plus. So we really don't want to use that first one. We want this one. Okay, I'll do 7. That would be the 4th power of p more than the product of 6 and r. Because product means times. Oh, okay. It looks like we can use times. So you could put times, but I'm going to put the product of 6. You got to write out the numbers. And r. The 4th power of a variable, so that means p to the 4th power. More than means plus. The product of 6 and r. That means we're going to do p to the 4th power plus 6 times r, which is exactly what number 7 said to do. I leave you to practice right now. Pause the video. 4, 5, 6, 8. Okay, there are my answers for 4, 5, 6, 8. The difference of 4 and 5 times h. 5 is twice b times itself, which could also be the same thing as twice b squared. 6 is the product of 7 and x cubed subtracted by 1. 8 is the difference between 3 times n squared and x. I could have changed the wording of 6 to be kind of like number 8, but I just didn't think about it at first, so I had to come up with a way to do this subtract 1. Yours should be similar, and if you have questions, you can ask me about it in one of the morning meetings, and I'll be happy to answer. In the second half of today's lesson, you go the other way around. If you're given the words, turn that into the math. The algebraic expression is the math. Just repeating, the verbal expression are the words. We're going this way. 9. The sum of a number and 10. It doesn't tell you what the number is, so you can pick any variable. Number 9. So I'm going to pick x plus 10. Eleven's too easy. Let's do number 10. 15 less than k. That does not mean 15 subtract k. 15 less than k means that we have k and we're going to take away 15. And that means k minus 15. 12. 6 more than twice m. So that means more than means add. So we have a plus, we have a 6, and we have twice m. 14. The difference of 17 and 5 times a number. Whenever they put the difference of, whenever they put that, that means that the first number goes first. Whatever immediately comes after is going to be first, and then whatever comes second is going to be second. So we have 17 minus 5, and then it says times a number. So that means that 5 has a letter, and I'm putting n for number. 15. No. I'll do 16. 9 less than g means that we're taking g and we're subtracting 9. We're doing 9 less than g. We're taking 9 off of it. But it's not just g, it's g to the 4th power. So we put a power of 4 in the exponent spot of g. You do 11, 13, 15. Pause and do now, because I'm going to show the answers in about 5 seconds. There are those 3 answers: 18q, 3n plus 8, and 2y squared. For this, you could have also put 8 plus 3n. But the reason why I put the 3n first is because the general form puts variable terms before constants that are by themselves. Alright, you've done the 1-1 skills practice now. It's time for you to do the same exact thing, but there's going to be 2 extra word problems, I think, at the bottom. On the 1-1 practice, you do that.